Welcome to Go Talk TV, man. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
How
you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's
Well. Another day. All right. So introduce yourself. Who do we have on the couch with us today?
Well, today y'all have B Smooth on the couch. It's your boy. You know what I'm saying? Baton Rouge's next big thing. Y'all already know.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, man. Be Smooth.
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
I am originally from the north side of Baton Rouge.
Okay.
But my I'm gonna say from 13 to maybe 27, Mall City.
All right. Okay. All right. So coming up, were you raised by your mom and dad, grandmother, older sibling? Who raised you, man?
Both parents was in the house.
Okay.
Mom and dad.
Okay. So how many siblings did you have? Were you your only child, or did you have more siblings?
Nah, I have one older sister.
Okay.
And one older sister, and 3 younger siblings.
Okay.
I'm the second child.
All right. And they all from the same parent. Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So, coming up, what type of student would you say you were? What type of stuff did you get into, man, coming up?
Boy. Oh boy.
Were you an athlete, ladies man, school guy, class clown, man?
Well, in that sense, I was more of I've always been the athletic type.
Okay.
You know, I've always been interested in like power type sports, you know, like football and stuff like that.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, physical type stuff.
All right. So football is one of the things you got into?
Yeah, football and some basketball. I did some boxing.
That's dope.
You know, because back then it was all about fighting.
Why you say that?
You know? Well, in my era, you had to have a set of hands. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Okay, I heard that. Okay.
Back then.
Okay.
You know, you had to know how to have a set of hands. You know what I'm saying? So, because my hands were so good, my dad put me in boxing.
Okay.
You know, for a little stretch.
All right. So, what sport would you say you took up first? Was it basketball, football, boxing? Which one did you take up first, man?
One that I really got into was boxing.
Boxing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What struck your interest in boxing? Like, what drew you to it? Was it someone in your family that boxed? Did your father put you into it, or did you come up watching athletes on TV and you like, that's what I want to do?
I actually, my dad, like I say, my dad put me into it because I knew how to fight so good on the street, you know, but he wanted me to learn discipline.
So, okay, speaking on that, were you like getting into trouble, fighting all the time? Okay, all right. So he used that in a way as like managing that type of anger all right. So, all right. So was he like your first coach, or he set you up with a coach?
No, he was like my first everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's my best friend. He everything I know except the rap, he taught me.
Okay. All right. So, all right. What type of influence was your mother on you? You said your father got you into the sports and stuff. Like, what type of influence was your mother?
My mom, she was more so of a mom. You know, she was how to describe my mom. My mom also lived by her own rules, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, she really let my dad raise me and my little brother, even though we all was in the same house. You know what I'm saying? She had my 3 sisters, and it was me and my little brother, more so with my dad. So
she didn't like interfere with that. Oh, you being too rough on them, and I don't want them in sports type stuff. Okay, because you know some like seeing them getting hit like in football and boxing and stuff. Some mothers like, I can't take my baby getting hit like that. All right, so with boxing, were you a natural with it, or was it certain discipline type things that you had to learn? Like,
as far as I was street fighting. I didn't have they taught me how to manage my anger when I'm in the ring, because I was always taught you can't win a fight mad. You know what I'm saying? You can't think straight when you're mad.
I've heard that. I've heard that.
I had to learn that discipline.
Now, for those out there that don't do boxing, break that down. Why should you fight mad?
Because when you fight mad, man, you know, you're going into it with your mind all cloudy. You know, you're going into it with your mind just on one thing.
Okay,
you know, just hurting this person.
Yeah, you go back to that street mentality.
Yeah. But you're not. So with that said, you're not thinking clear. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, but you might have somebody over here that you're about to fight. Okay. That's good at this shit. You know, that just might be the opposite of what you're feeling right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's already disciplined.
Okay.
This shit.
Okay.
And you going into it mad. You ain't gonna win.
Okay. All right. So you were in like competition, like you were fighting like other fighters, right?
Well, yeah. But there wasn't like really no big major matches or anything.
Nah, but just like local, like yeah. Okay. That's like, good. That's more than they doing these days. They scared to fight these days. To lose, they fight these days. So just to say you went into the ring and learned something, even just like, because I've also heard like that wind, that breath control, like your wind needs to be able to be about. It's a difference between just two people just swinging a bunch of fists for a couple minutes and you going round for round for round.
That's where all the discipline and all that training come in at.
Okay. All right. So when you started fighting, you were the only one that fought, or what type of stuff did your other siblings get into? Like, were they athletes or?
Nah, well, no, not really. Just you know, just went to school, graduated, and you know, I had a little brother. Well, my little brother, he played some football for Tower High.
All right. What position?
I think he played like fullback. I think.
Okay, that's
if I'm not mistaken, I think he played fullback.
Okay.
Don't get mad at me, heavy dude, if I got that wrong.
Okay, it's all good. All right. And you said you got into basketball as well.
I didn't really play. Well, I played basketball in the hood.
All right.
School.
Okay. You know all right. So, okay. Who got you into basketball? What struck you? What struck that first interest in basketball? Were you just like a natural athlete, so you just kind of was well rounded, or that was just something? I was
kind of well rounded, but I didn't know that.
Okay.
At the time, because it was. I really ain't get into basketball until Michael Jordan came out. You know, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right.
I watched everything that he did, and then we just started playing in the hood, and I found out I was kind of good at it, you know. But it wasn't nothing that I just really stayed into.
Okay. All right. So, being a guy from Louisiana, okay, I like to ask my guests this question. So, what I noticed is that people have heard and seen a lot of different things about Baton Rouge and Louisiana, but a lot of people haven't been there, you know. So, in your own eyes, what could people expect when visiting Baton Rouge for the first time? In your own eyes and, you know, experience.
It all depends on where you go. You know
it
all depends on what part of Baton Rouge you go to. Okay. Baton Rouge is not a bad place, like they making us out to be. You know what I'm saying? It's just the people you choose to affiliate yourself with. You know, and I'm pretty sure it's like that in any city, any state that you go in. You know, every state have their bad places, and they good places. You know what I'm saying? You know, so Baton Rouge is really not a bad place. You know, in my eyes. You know, because all the things that I was doing when I was coming up back here, it was. I considered it to be. I was having fun. You know, with all that we was doing, that we had going on back then. Because you know how it was back then when
You gotta break that down, because you know I grew up in '94. My era was a little bit different. You feel what I'm saying?
Well,
so break that down. What type of fun would you say? Like, okay, I know it wasn't no PS5s, no Xbox Lives, and sitting in the house all day and stuff like that, and watch all that. You know,
me myself, I never really been a type of person to sit around and play the video games, you know, but I had Nintendos and all that stuff there, you know what I'm saying? But the things that I consider fun, you know, me and my boys, you know, we would go out ride our bikes, because that was back then, man. We had a bicycle. You was all over Baton Rouge, you know what I'm saying, all across the river and stuff.
Okay,
and that's what we did.
Okay, and your parents let y'all stay out when? Okay, okay. Yeah, because
getting in trouble, getting into fights and everything.
Okay,
Okay.
So, all right. Being another question I like to ask. Okay, before we get on the music, I like to ask people about their musical influences from Louisiana. So, off the top of your head, now your list may change 2 days from now, 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Off the top of your head, could you list your top 5 Louisiana artists
right now? Or
it could be from back in Soulja Slim time. It could be right now to Young Boy. It could be top 5.
My top 5.
Yeah. The ones that really did it for you. And I know it's hard to just pick 5.
Oh man.
Yeah.
They shoot, man, CeeLo.
Okay, that's the first one. Okay,
CeeLo, man.
I know no one said CeeLo before, so that's the first. Okay,
CeeLo. And I gotta say Boosie, no doubt. CeeLo, Boosie.
Everybody say Boosie. That's dope. Okay.
A lot of people sleep on my boy Young Bleed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Young Bleed and Max Minnelli.
I heard somebody say Max. And Max go hard. I get,
man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like I give it. I get okay.
And I'm gonna have to say, no doubt, Weezy, Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Yeah.
Gotta get just the catalog. Just two. Okay.
Man. Look. Well, I want to say this here. Okay. My first time seeing Lil Wayne.
Okay.
When he was a little boy. Okay. And they did their first show at the State Fair out here.
Okay.
And well, not their first show, but
one in the earlier stage.
Off, yeah. Okay. They did that one of their shows at the State Fair.
Cash Money is nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hot Boys.
All right.
It was all of them. And I was standing up at the stage watching them, and the music they was doing then. Yo, look. Birdman, I'm sorry for this here. Wayne, all y'all, I'm sorry for this here. But when I heard that music for the first time, I was like, oh man, they ain't going nowhere with that. And now I'm like, damn, these niggas millionaires. Man.
Hey, sometimes hear stuff for the first time, and you gotta grow on you. Then you be like, okay, they may have been on to something.
Yeah.
All right. So, speaking of musical influences, so we're gonna touch on your music. Okay, I want to take it all the way back. What's the first thing that even made you even fall in love with music? Period. Before recording, writing, before even hearing yourself on the microphone for the first time, what drew you to music? Period. Where did that passion come from?
Well, it was actually a stage. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
It started with poetry.
Okay.
I started off writing poetry.
Was that like in school, or you did start doing that on your own?
I started off doing it in school as it started with a project first. Okay. And then I saw that I was good with words, putting words together. Okay. So then it turned into poetry. And then when I started hearing Curtis Blow.
So when you first started realizing you was good with it, was it like you had to stand in front of class and present something, or did the teacher was like, no, this is excellent work? What made you?
I had to stand in front of class and do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what was that first experience like? Was it were you like confident in yourself, like because like nah, this my crap, I'm finna kill this, or was it your heart was beating out your chest? What was that like?
Yeah, heart beating out the chest thing. You know, my first time, heart was beating out the chest thing.
Okay.
I was nervous.
Okay, did you stumble over the words, or did it come out natural? Well, how you played it out in your head?
Actually, that's when I found also. See, I had a bad stutter. I stuttered real bad. Every word, you would be like, okay, and you know that's how bad I used to stutter. But when I'm reading my poetry, I find out I didn't stutter.
Oh.
So it just became natural, and then the stutter started to go away.
Oh, just phonetics did help. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you present that project in front of your class. Were they like cheering you up?
Yeah. I was shocked,
and that made you feel like
it made me feel good because of the type of person that I was in school. You know what I'm saying? And then for me to do something like that back then, I was like, yeah.
And then to open yourself up like that, because that's what you really did. You opened yourself up.
Right. But I found that I liked it too, though.
All right. So usually, sometimes people could have a good experience, but not really take it seriously. So they might let it go. Never pick it up. So what made you say, I'm gonna try to record myself? Did someone? I know everybody starts it off different. Some people have a home studio. Some people get taken to the studios. Some people record over a phone, MP3 player, or however. How did you start off your process of saying, okay, I'm gonna become an artist?
I've always been this type of leader. You know what I'm saying? I've always had my own. I've always started my own little group or whatever. So I just always wanted to take it further. I wanted to go to where the main artist was going with the rap, everything, and I knew that I could get there if I was in the right place with the right people. So when I got the opportunity, I was asked to do. I can't think of what the name of it was back then, but it was when I first got introduced to Greg Dukes. If you know who Greg Dukes is. Yeah, when I first got introduced to Greg Dukes.
Who introduced you to him?
I was actually kind of with Four Down from out of South Baton Rouge, from where Boosie started at. I did a compilation with Four Down. The compilation was called Southern Explosion. And everybody who was on that compilation had to go to Greg Dukes to record their music.
Who all was on that compilation? Do you remember? Man, what artists?
Well, all the artists that I named, like CeeLo and all them, Laylo. I want to say, well, I know Mystical was on there. He came through the studio a couple of times to finish up on that. It was a lot of artists, man. It was a lot of back then up and coming Louisiana artists.
Yeah, So all right, before we even get to that, the first time recording yourself and hearing yourself, were you with people by yourself? Were you making a solo song?
Nah, I've always had a group. I was with people. Yeah.
All right.
First time I heard myself, man, I was like, wow. You couldn't tell me nothing, man. It was like I heard myself on the radio or something, Because the first time.
I know a lot of people that's they've been doing it for years, and they still shy about their work and stuff like that. So you was already So your rap name, Be Smooth, was that the first rap name you had? Was it always Be Smooth, or was it other names leading?
It was another name, man.
Yep. There we go.
Way back to elementary days.
Yeah, there we go.
Man, my first rap name was Kid Smith.
How you came up with that one?
My last name. And I was a kid.
Understood.
My first rap name was Kid Smith, and then I went from Kid Smith to MC Black.
How you came up with MC Black?
Mall City. My street name Black.
Mall
City Black.
Okay.
Everybody who know me, they call me Black. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I was always behind the mall. Mall City Black.
That's dope.
And after Mall City Black, I met my wife. Kind of started toning it down, getting older, Changed the name to Be Smooth.
So you mentioned, because I've had a bunch of different people on the couch with different upbringings. You mentioned being raised by your mother and your father.
Right.
all kids by them.
Yeah.
And it was okay. Yeah. So, what would you say the advantages were having both your mother and your father, and all your siblings are biologically related, not no married, not the married in half this and half that, and how was that? What would you say the advantages were being able to come to a mother and father, in the same house? Because I know there was two different approaches with both of them. You said mom was motherly and stuff.
My dad was more the disciplinary one.
Okay.
My mom was more like kind of the pushover. You know what I'm saying? But my dad, he didn't. He wasn't no getting over on him. Wasn't no playing with him.
So was she like one of those mothers like, just wait till your father get home? Yes. He go, okay.
Right.
And you was like, please don't tell dad.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't tell dad.
Right.
Okay. Okay, that's dope. Okay. So, all right. When you got into music, okay, how long, matter of fact, before I even go there, okay, for those who don't know, explain your artistry, your music style, for those who haven't heard your music.
I would like to say I'm original. I don't like or try to sound like nobody else, or try to copy anything anybody else done. I consider myself to be original. Now, I have been compared.
They always go compare. It don't matter how they try to find a.
But I like the comparisons though.
Okay, what happened? They compared you to?
I've been compared to Scarface.
Okay, all right.
I made a song one time that I made out of anger, so they compared that to DMX. Because it was the anger that was coming with it, and I've even been compared to one of my favorite artists, Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So all right. So do you write your music? Do you freestyle your music? Do you punch in? How do you do your music? What's the process of you doing your music?
Once I'm in that zone, man, I'm writing.
Okay.
I'm writing. Once I'm in that zone, man, it's
because these days no one write. Well, the younger they don't write. They just whatever wild stuff comes.
I can't just go in the booth and just talk about anything.
Yeah, they talk about
what angry. What I talk about gotta make sense.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. When you're in the studio, what necessities, what type of setting, what type of vibe would you say you need for you to make that song or two, however long you're there to, what paint that setting for you, man?
Man, I've been in there for almost, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've once I'm in that zone, dude, I'm zoned out, man. I gotta have the lights turned down, and I gotta have that beat playing, and I get creative. I sit there and I get creative, and they be wondering how do I come up with what I say. Once I'm in that zone, please don't take me out of my zone.
Okay.
And like I said, my lights got to be kind of dim in my studio. I have my own studio. Everything I do everything.
Okay. I'm glad you said. I'm so glad you said that. All right. So by you having your own studio, that means you more hands-on than the average person that just pays to go somewhere and scream at the mic.
Right.
Okay. So what would you say the importance of investing in yourself would be, in your own opinion?
I would say if it's something that you want to do and you have a love for it, like I have a love for it, because I've been doing this for a long time, and even when I tried to let it go, I just couldn't let it. It just always come back to me in some type of form. So if you have a love for it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just make it your thing. I mean, that's what I did.
Okay.
I used to tell myself, man, I wonder if I'm gonna be 80-something years old still trying to write raps. You know what I'm saying? I have just that much love for it, though.
Okay. Hey, Snoop Dogg still doing this thing. Got commercials, rap, all that. So
all that's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Believe me, it's coming. Like I said, Baton Rouge is the next big thing.
Okay,
and that's not just a saying.
Okay, so all right. So what would you say your best investment was, and one of the worst investments you made trying to pursue this music and other things surrounding it?
In the music, one of my best investments. When I decided to get the knowledge of the game, my best investment was signing to the label that I'm signed to now.
Okay.
Couldn't have made a better choice.
So,
and my worst.
Okay, yeah, keep going. My bad. Your worst decision. Your worst investment.
My worst investment.
Like, damn, I shouldn't have spent my money on that. I shouldn't have trusted that person, or I should have cut out the middleman and did it myself, or this person ran out with this money pretending they was a promoter or something like that. And
my worst investment was when I got conned.
Okay,
I got conned into getting signed to a so-called label. I'm not gonna say the name of the label or where they were from, but they brought me to the studio and everything. Getting music out of me, recording and all. But
so what made them not legit?
Well, when I went back to the studio to finalize everything, everybody gone. Packed up, the office empty.
And they took the music with them?
The music with them, yeah. But I never heard it. No, and I never heard that record label name again.
Janky promote. Janky, it just
that was the worst investment.
Yeah, because everybody in some way, shape, or form pursuing this music has been conned, has been scammed. Especially now with this internet stage, with this everything online. You don't know who you're talking to these days. You said you met a lot of upcoming artists, like what you said, Max Manette. Who all those people you met in the studio? You met them before they even rose. Okay. So did you see that type of potential in them before they took off, or was it like surprising?
I knew Boosie was gonna take off, because look, I'm finna tell my age now by saying this. We used to be in the studio, and I don't know if he was rapping back then, but when he come through the studio, he wasn't rapping back then. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be where he at now, that was like, I'm like, okay, all right, I watched this. I knew this little dude before he got to where he's at now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's worked hard for it. It wasn't no overnight stuff, and and he's still working. Even to this day, he's still dropping albums, still music videos, still. And he's just entering his 40s, and he's still doing his thing.
Well, he asked him, "What about me?"
Yeah, and look, and he's see what he's doing. What I like, he's made himself remain relevant even through the times. He never got on this. Oh, I'm not with that. I'm gonna stay to it. Nah, he's flown with the time. Right. And to this day,
that's right.
Everybody know about Boosie. Okay, so all right. So, what was that first project you dropped? At what time did you drop your first project?
My first major project?
No, first project, because we've all. I don't know what you have, but we've all scrolled. I was down YouTube and downloading illegal beats and putting out free songs, the freeway, stuff like that coming up. I'm talking about that, because I know you had to learn into the label stuff, the paperwork, the distribution, the actually paying for your beats and the rights and stuff like that. I know there was a time when you didn't know all that.
I didn't know none of that.
Okay,
when I was doing it back then, I just liked the idea of going to the studio, and making a song. That's all we was doing back then. Just going to the studio, making songs. Not really doing nothing with it.
Okay, so no one heard these songs, or did you
just locally? Locally.
Okay, what was that reaction to, like? I'm assuming you let family members friends here and stuff like that. What was that reaction to that, man?
Oh man, the reaction was good. I never got a. Come to think about it, long as I've been doing this, I've never got I don't like that song. I've never gotten that. Okay. Because and I guess you can kind of say that kind of made me like a perfectionist of what I am today, because I can't just put out anything.
Okay, I understand that. Okay. So, all right. So, have you performed before? Like, okay, all right. We're gonna talk on that stage presence. All right. So, describe that stage presence. What's that mindset like for Beast Move before he hits that stage? What type of mindset you get into before you do your thing, man?
When I'm getting ready to hit the stage, I'm off maybe about 30 to 45 minutes off to myself. Just getting in that mindset, saying my songs back and forth in my head, what songs I'm gonna do, getting myself hyped, just getting ready, thanking God for this moment right now. Just that's my mindset, put myself in that zone.
Oh, that's what's up. All right, so your first time performing. When was your first time performing? The first time on stage, was it like high school and the talent show, and like you never did none of that type of stuff?
Oh yeah, I did a talent show.
Okay, all right. So what was that like?
I was nervous. I was nervous because it was my first time being in front of a lot of people. Well, even though it was I don't remember what school it was at. It was an auditorium.
Yeah.
And I had a song back then called "Feather Love."
Okay.
It was during the time the slow rap thing was starting to take off. Because LL came out with "I Need Love."
Okay.
So I did a slow rap called "Feather Love," and I was nervous. I was nervous the whole way through.
Now, was it a recorded song, or did you go on the stage and acapella it?
Yeah.
Acapella. Okay, all right. So what was that like? Because I know, when you perform with a loud beat, you can afford to mess up a little bit. No one's really gonna hear that. Yeah, but acapella and everybody listen to every single word, syllable, and judging everything you saying. What was that like?
Man, that's crazy, because that was my first time on stage, and I had a girl singing the hook, and halfway through, the music cuts off, and we still have to finish.
So
we really did it a cappella without no music halfway through. So I was real nervous about that.
And what was the reaction toward that, man?
Everybody loved it.
Man, that's dope.
But I was nervous as hell about it. You know what I'm saying?
Look, it's still. I don't think you really get over like the adrenaline rush because you're about to be live in front of people. You seeing the facial reactions. You're up there performing. You have to remember your lines. Okay. You got to remember everything. So I understand how that go. All right. So you said you've done label situations. How did that come about? Did it come about word of mouth? Did someone see you perform somewhere? Did someone hear a song that was popular that was going on? How did you come up with a situation with a label?
Well, the label that I'm with now, it's crazy how me and the guy met. Me and the guy that I'm signed to, I had no idea that he was even in the music business.
Okay.
Or whatever. I had no idea that he was even in school at the time for music when I met him. We worked at the garbage yard together. We worked at Waste Management together, repairing the garbage trucks.
Okay.
And I used to always, freestyle on lunch break. And he used to always ask me, "Man, you ain't signed to nobody, man? Man, why you ain't signed to them?" He used to always ask me that. He just loved my rapping. He was like, man, you can sound like anybody. Which he really hyped me up. That, fast forward, he gets fired, and then months later I get fired. Okay, we don't see each other again for 10 years or so.
Okay.
10 years or so. And somebody who heard my music wanted me to manage them because I was trying to get out of it then. You know, but that pulled me back in it. And I was trying to find her a good label at the time. And I saw his picture on Facebook. And so I just reached out to him saying hi. You know, yo, dude, was good, man. You know, remember me? And he was like, yeah. And he asked me, was I still rapping? You know, and I said, well, I got this girl, such, you know. So he told me what he had going on. And he let his label partner hear me. And when his label partner heard me, the guy that run the label with him, man, they was like, wow, you got to be kidding me. Who is this? And he told them about me and how we met and everything. And they got me the deal that I got. You know, they made me an offer that I couldn't refuse, you know what I'm saying? So, and it was like a match made in heaven, you know what I'm saying? With me and them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because they taught me a lot about the business part of it.
Okay, because that's another thing, because a lot of people do music, don't understand the business part. Everybody's dream is to quote unquote, I want to be signed. Right. Okay. And I'm assuming there's pros and there's cons to being, it's an independent label type situation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm assuming there's pros, there's cons because it's still business. Yeah. Okay. So how could you inform people on what a label really, what could they prepare themselves, like what type of, okay, what would you say is a fantasy that you might think people might think about a label, and what could you really say a label's really there to do and the purpose of it, and what could you benefit off of it, and you know, what type of advice could you give to other up and coming artists about trying to get label situations?
Don't have this your fantasy about going into a label and getting all this money, you know, and the money become a distraction. You know what I'm saying? The money become a distraction, then you don't have any more money, but you forgot you still have to give this money back to that label. You know, you still have to work, but you don't have any more.
Because the advance is technically a loan.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't think that they get the loan and ball out with the loan.
And a lot of people think that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? When really you got to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? You have to put it ain't easy. It ain't easy. You gotta put the work in if you're trying to get to a certain status. You know, you gotta always be trying to climb. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If that answers your question.
No, that's good, because you know, like I said, I've been doing music for a long time. It's about 10 years. Yeah. So, and you know, you hear people talking stuff like that. Everybody talks about being signed, want to be signed, and if I do this, I'm gonna be signed. If I drop this, I'm gonna be signed. Right. All I need is me a hit, a TikTok hit, and I'm on. You know, and they don't see that long-term grind, that struggle, that constant losing the passion for it. Right. It didn't regain it. Have you ever lost the passion for music and regain, or did you always just?
I've always had the passion, man. You know, like I said, because I think I got married and had kids. Okay. You know, and my kids was actually part of what I had going on. My kids and my wife always been part of what I've had going on. So, but then when I kept getting messed over, you know, by these little so-called janky promoter type people everywhere. I was kind of losing the passion for it.
That will make you lose passion for it. But lose money and lose passion.
I never stopped writing. I never stopped. I just didn't care to be out in front no more, you know. But then this opportunity came along at the age that I was when they came along. I'm like, hey, this got to be it, you know, because I was trying to turn it down then. I was trying to turn the deal down then.
Why?
You know, because I felt like I was too old now. You know, I felt like age had become a factor then.
They put their narrative out there like,
yeah, we did it to ourselves. The label that I'm signed to, you know, they opened my eyes in a lot of ways as far as this music thing is concerned. And the first thing he asked me when I turned him down when he gave me the deal, I said, well, nah, because I'm too old, man. Who's gonna want to come look at a rapper the age I am just coming out for the first time? You know, I can understand all the artists my age, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg and Jay-Z and all of them, they still doing it. But they started off, even though I started off doing it the same time that they started off, I didn't get the breaks and the opportunities that they got. So why would I want to come out at the age that I am now, and open up this year floodgate for people to just come at me? That was my thing that I was worried about.
So you had a little self-doubt in it.
Right. But they made me realize, who put that, who said you was too old? And they made we as a people.
I feel like once you know your fan base, it really
don't matter.
Yeah, once you know your target audience, you feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know you're not making songs for kids that's watching Peppa Pig in the morning and stuff like that.
Right.
So as long as you know your audience and you attack that fan base and you put out stuff that they, you're good.
Yeah, well, see, that's what they helped me do. They helped me find my target audience.
Oh, okay.
And by me finding my target audience, it's bringing a younger audience along with it also. Now.
Okay, so as we sit here, I see you have your own gear on.
Oh yeah, man.
I
you gotta promote yourself.
Okay, like we said, investing.
Yeah, my brand. That's another thing that they teaching me. They teach me the business side of. See, I'm good with the music side. I'm good with the lyrics. I'm good with putting the words together.
But it's more to that.
It's a whole lot more to that.
It's a whole thing that makes them
right.
It's a whole circle of things you have to do.
They're making me aware of it's more than just my art. There's a business part to this. You are a brand. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So they teaching me how to brand myself. Exactly. Because I'm a brand.
Okay. Now, break that down to those out there that's trying to figure out how to brand themselves. Like, what made you start saying, I'm gonna brand myself, I'm gonna come up with this brand?
Right.
And like how did you come up with the clothing? How did you come up with the
Well, again, I had to give credit to my record label. We have an online store. Get your online store, and that's another thing. That's another something that we'll be going into. But get your online store. Get your logo. You gotta have a logo. Get your logo, and just go from there. It's really not hard. A lot of people think it's hard.
Nah, really the information out there.
Yeah.
If you really want to know, you can really just Google it.
Exactly. Right.
That's how I feel. The information out there.
Because we sell. We got stuff like this here. We got.
Shout out the website. So what's the website? So they can know whether is it stuff up for purchase on the website or it's still developing.
No, we had to shut the website down because they're redoing it.
Okay.
So once that get up and running, all those who's following me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever y'all following me at, the information will be on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what type of stuff?
Be Smooth 192 on Facebook, Instagram, on the Be Smooth 192.
Okay. What type of merch would you have for those who are out there looking to support you? Like, what type of stuff? Clothes and just
we got the clothes. We're gonna the clothes that's the men's clothes, stuff like this year. I actually have the hood to go with this year. We're gonna be doing the socks. We're gonna be doing the bracelets. We have the women's underwear. We have the women's workout stuff. The tights for the women's and everything. We're gonna be doing. It's a lot of stuff that we're adding.
Yeah, that seems like a dope blueprint, because a lot of people out there, they don't know to market themselves. Even the way you're like, even right now, how you touching this audience, this fan base, and showing off what you got going on. It's all marketing.
They actually come at me. They actually come at me about some tennis shoes, man. I've been like,
hey, look into it. You never know.
Yeah.
Hey, it's if they come to you for it,
right?
It probably work. Okay, man. So, all right. I want to know, like, you said your dad was your influence. Well, he started you off with that. Okay, could you name those fighters that you grew up imitate, looking up to and trying to emulate in the ring at times? What type of fighters out there did you?
Oh man, heavyweight man, Muhammad Ali. I used to, before I picked up anything, art was my thing. I used to draw, and I used to draw Muhammad Ali all the time. Because I liked his fighting style.
Wait, you did art?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to draw. Before I really started rapping and everything, I used to love drawing.
Okay, me too. That's dope.
But Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, I liked it. Larry Holmes, Leon Spinks, but mainly Sugar Ray Leonard because of his speed. That's where I get my speed from.
Okay.
On the speed bag, and Muhammad Ali because of his agility and his arrogance in the ring, and he know how to talk you out your fight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's dope. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna ask you this: for those out there that's looking to get into the ring or looking to get into that boxing shape, what type of advice could you give someone that's trying to enter that realm, that fighting realm, that fitness world, that type of realm? What type of advice would you give them from your experience?
From my experience, it takes you can't say you're gonna do it and then in the middle of doing it you do it for a little while, you start getting lazy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You got to have that fire to want to stay in it, to want to do it.
It's a lifestyle, most definitely, especially that fitness. It's most definitely a lifestyle.
Right. It's a lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you do, whatever it is that you want to do for life, make it yours. Whatever, it's gonna become your lifestyle. It has to become your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have those people around you supporting that lifestyle. That's the only way it's gonna work.
Okay. All right. So you said you started getting to drawings before the rap.
Yeah.
Okay, we kept up with that. So let's get into that. Where did that artful talent came from? That inspiration came from? What made you start drawing? Were you into like comic books and stuff like that?
I always liked the comic books.
Okay.
And I always wanted to do my own comic book. So I started drawing and got better and better at it. And like I said, I used to draw Superman a lot because I had this fascination with flying. I don't know why. I just had this fascination with flying when I was a kid. And I used to draw Muhammad Ali and Mickey Mouse a lot. Okay, as I got older. Where the pawn shop is now. Where we at? Right up the street.
Oh, down Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The first pawn shop that's right here by the store they opened up.
Yeah, the Ross Market. Yeah.
That was a place called Commercial College.
Okay.
And that was the school that I went to bring my drawings to life. I went to school for commercial art.
What?
And they were teaching me how to bring my drawings to life because I wanted to be a cartoonist then. So but that didn't.
Why you didn't pursue that? Why you?
Man, the streets had me, man.
Oh,
man, the streets had me. So you ain't talking about that yet, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, the streets had me.
Okay, okay, we're gonna break that down. You said the streets had you. Wait, okay.
Everything I got into, man, I put it on the back shelf for the streets.
Okay, all right. We ain't gonna get too into detail with all that, but okay. So, say you got caught up in the streets, man. So, what type of person, what type of mentality, and what were you known for in the streets? What gave you that name in the streets, and what were you known for?
I was known for my fighting style. I was known for. I was always like I don't know why I had this, but I've always been like this protector. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like I had to protect my hood. I was like one of the protectors of Mall City.
Big dog.
Yeah.
Big dog.
Yeah,
anything come around. Okay.
You know, back then it was about a hood thing when we was coming up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you're from Mall City, you couldn't go in Parktown. You know, if you're from Park, you couldn't go in South Baton Rouge. You know, that's how it was when I was coming up back then.
You was segregated.
Right. And I just consider myself a protector. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Fighting style.
Okay, so other people would come on your turf and you wouldn't.
Dude, this. Well, if you come back there trying to start something, you know, with somebody in the hood, you know what I'm saying? I was like, it was like those who remember know what I'm talking about. If you from Mall City, you know what I'm talking about. You couldn't fight nobody. You couldn't get in nothing without me knowing about it first.
Oh, like if you had a problem with somebody, you couldn't just go to them.
Right.
And we gonna scratch it.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know, we had a little gang called Down by Law back then.
Okay.
Behind the mall. And man, we just got into a lot of stuff. We got into some stuff that just wasn't called for, man. But yeah, it was the streets that had me, and I met my wife back there behind the mall, and she kind of just slowly pulled me out there.
Okay. All right. And okay, you married with kids. Okay, break that down. How did that change for you from being like the enforcer to now you're building this life? You got your loved one, your companion. You building this family. Like, how did that change your mind frame?
Oh man, it was a process.
Okay,
it was a process, but
what that mean? You was a little much to work on. You had to work on yourself a little more. You still had that street mentality, entering that. Yeah. Okay.
Until I was hit with the ultimatum. It's gonna be that mall, or it's gonna be your family.
Okay.
You know, because come on, man. You heard about how Mall City was back then.
Yeah,
so he was wild.
She probably she building a family. She don't want nothing to happen to you, and like now you're not here for your kids and not here for her. Yeah,
so slowly but surely I started coming out the streets.
Okay.
Okay.
So did she help you develop like a softer touch, like because you can't be a gorilla all the time. You can't be you around your woman, you around your kids. You gotta be. You feel what I'm saying? You can't be gun on your waist all the time and mad all the time, right?
That's crazy because it's funny you say that because it took her a long time to see me get mad.
Okay.
Because she always wanted to see me mad, and
you didn't want her to see that.
I never wanted her to see that side of me. You know what I'm saying? Because
why?
I didn't want to scare her off.
Oh,
because I was in the streets, and she was a country girl.
Okay.
You know, had really never been outside.
So would you say she was slick side intrigued by that street side?
No.
Nah, she okay. All right.
She ain't like the street side of me.
Okay,
she didn't want to have no part to do with that.
Okay.
It was all me. It was all me. I would like to say my body had something to do with it back then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I was all muscles and ripped up.
Okay. Back then. So while being in the streets, were you still trying to pursue music, or that wasn't even a thought?
Yeah.
Oh, you were still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to Greg Dukes and still in the streets, you know.
How was that for you, trying to put down time and actually pursue this music and record this music and get that mind frame, and still at the end of the day, still you back on the block, still in the streets.
It's what made me good at rap. You know, because I've always rapped about the things that I got into. I never go in the booth and just start talking about anything. It's always about the things that I got into. So whatever I was getting into back then, which was a lot of crazy and dangerous stuff, I would put it in my music.
Okay. Okay. All right. So being a father, okay, what was it like for you having your first child? How did that change your mentality? Like, now I have a seed that's now I'm in charge, and and like this person is.
Well, every man is gonna have that
And was it a girl or a boy?
It was the first one.
Yeah, first.
Very first one was a girl.
Oh, first kid and a girl.
And
what was that like having a girl for the first?
Well, let me put it like this here.
Okay.
Her nickname is Storm.
Okay.
So she was every spitting image, attitude, anger problems of me and everything. But she was you couldn't tell me nothing about my Storm.
Okay.
That's how it was for me.
So you was when you see those certain sides that would like you and stuff like that, you already understood like that's just the DNA. That's
right. But now I have to say this here. My son.
All right.
My son. I never wanted my son to see the life that I was living, because my son like 35 years old now, and he would tell you right now that he don't remember none of that stuff that I did. He'd be like, "Dad, I don't even remember you doing none of that." But he was like the reason I didn't do a lot of stuff. The reason that I had to stop doing a lot of stuff too.
Okay, because was he around you a lot when you got into stuff, or you just really like, no, I'm gonna keep you in the house?
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't let him be around me whenever I got into stuff. Because first of all, he was too young.
Okay. And he was your second child?
No. He's really. I met my wife when he was like 9 months.
Okay.
So we don't believe in stepdad and stepson and all that.
That's dope, though.
He was like, yes, my first child.
That's dope. What could you name those projects? You said you've released 3 worldwide major projects. Okay, could you name those projects for those who don't know?
Well, my first release was Boss Moves.
Okay, and when did you drop that, and what made you come up with the title of Boss Moves?
I dropped Boss Moves, I want to say in September of 2020. Okay. And the title, I was given a test by the record label. They sent me a beat, and he wanted to see where I was going to go with the beat. Okay. And I went where he wasn't expecting me to. The name of the track was actually called Boss Moves.
What type of beat was it? Was it high tempo, slow? It
was like a mid-tempo beat.
Okay.
Mid-tempo beat. It's actually on YouTube. It's everywhere. The video is on YouTube. The song is on all your major streaming platforms. It's everywhere. Y'all can get it from anywhere. But it's Boss Moves by Be Smooth. When I started writing that, I was just thinking about all the moves that I made in my life. All the moves that I was trying to make. And I was making the types of moves that my friends wasn't making. I wanted to get out of what I was doing in the streets and everything. So I just said, well, like Boss Moves, because I had went solo when I did Boss Moves. I think it was my first solo project, really.
Okay.
Boss Moves.
Okay. And what was the reception?
Okay. I didn't think it was gonna go nowhere, but worldwide. Oh man, it's crazy. My first song, and it's still right now. I think it went from number 500 and something on the charts. From 500 and something to 30 something on one chart, and on the world charts, it went from number 6 to number 3 right now, and so it's actually still charting. And it's like they say the song that you're not really into be the one that really make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cause you can't pick your hits. It's kind of how it happens. The audience, the people that it's just, and then it's the timing and stuff like that. So I feel like
it's a lot of older people that relate to that song. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I don't do the hardcore cursing music and all that no more, because I'm not in the streets living that life anymore. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's still doing good.
Okay. Did you have any features on that project?
No,
just solo.
Yeah.
How many tracks?
No, it's just a single.
Oh, single. Okay, all right.
It's a single called Boss Moves.
All right.
I haven't put out an album yet.
Okay, all right. Okay. Because I was thinking Three sing. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So second single. What's the name of the second single?
The second single called "Thick Body Girls."
Thick Body Girls. Okay, what put you in that mind frame, and why did you come up with that title?
Well, again, my record label wanted me to put a party track out. They wanted to see how I would do with a party track, so that would be my first party track. But I actually came up with that. I actually wrote that song for Lizzo. You hear me, Lizzo? I wrote that song for Lizzo because when she first came out, she was being body shamed. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote the song "Thick Body Girls" because "Thick Body Girls" is a uplifting song for thick women who's not comfortable in their own body or whatever. So that song was made to lift them up. But then they started sending them. We put out a TikTok challenge. They went crazy. The challenge went crazy, man. The videos we got back from the Thick Body Girls. You got little girls that's wanting to be thick body girls now. I mean, look, all y'all had to do is just pull the song up on YouTube. Yeah. Thick Body Girls with a Z at the end of girls, not an S, but with a Z at the end of girls by your boy B Smooth.
Okay.
Check out the track, check out the song.
What was the reception? Okay, you said the reception.
Man, it was crazy, man. I've had, this is no lie, Rick Ross has used my song because, like I say, all of my songs go straight to Facebook and TikTok and all that, where you can put it with your music and everything. Yeah. Rick Ross has used one of my songs in his car show, and I didn't know that until I was just strolling one day and I saw my song playing and him talking with his cars in the background. And the
what song?
That was Boss Moves.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but Lunel has used my song "Big Body Girls" also. So the song is out there, man. It's crazy. Y'all need to check it out.
Not pop your shit, man. Goddamn, pop your shit. Yeah. All right. Okay.
And, my third release, I did a song called it was for the hip hop 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
It was a song I made called Fundamentals. Taking you back to the old school style, because it was the hip hop era, during the 50 years. Mm-hmm. So I talk about all the I pay homage to all the older artists that allow these artists to get to where they are today, doing what they're doing today. You know what I'm saying? So that was my third release, and it's still doing okay. It's on the charts. All of my releases are on the charts. None of them is under 10.
Okay.
And I have one that's getting ready to come out.
Okay. All right. So do all of them have a video to them?
All of them have video to them. Yeah. All right. All of them have video to them. Now the one Thick Body Girls, you asked about features. Mm-hmm. This Thick Body Girls do not have a feature. I might be getting ahead of myself, but there is a remix.
I was just finna, you gonna do a remix?
There's a remix of Thick Body Girl because of the response we got from it. A remix was demanded.
Do you plan on putting another female on there or another guy? Who would you plan on in your head? Because as artists, we all hear a song, whether it's complete or not. We all picture someone like, man, I can hear such and such on this. On the remix. Who could you hear on the remix to Thick Body Girl?
One of the persons that I have on the remix, y'all already know him. My boy Slim Goodbody.
Okay.
My boy Slim Goodbody. Shout out to my dude Slim. What's good? What you doing?
Shout out.
Yeah, he's on the remix, and
that's another versatile guy. He gonna get on whatever. He gonna slide too. He gonna slide too.
Shout out. I got him and another guy.
Okay.
On the remix.
All right.
And I love the remix, man. It's already done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's already. I think that's gonna be. We might be putting that out like midsummer or sometime. I'm not. Don't quote me on that.
So
it is coming out this year.
So do you plan on dropping like a a full project, an EP or something like that? Do you have?
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
It's in the works. Okay, so have you came up with a name? Is it Boss Talk the album, or is it, what type of? Is it still Blueprint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still Blueprint. I got a couple of things. I mean, I've tossed a couple of names at the record label. You know that
What type of names? What type of names?
you know, you have to wait to see.
Okay. All right. I tried to get the exclusive. I tried to get the exclusive. I tried. Okay. All right. So, is it like? Are you planning like an album or hit them with an EP?
It's definitely gonna be
for okay. All right.
You know, we're in the process of picking the songs that we're gonna put on the album.
Oh, so you've already recorded and you just trying to.
I got signed with somewhat of a catalog. I already have music.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Cause
not no hell of a catalog, but I already have music. You know.
Cause my approach when I do it, got a catalog, but when I put out a project, whatever songs I record, now it may be one or two I don't use, but I cannot hold on to a bunch of music because I don't like to hear myself. Like after I make it, I'm off it.
That's me.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm on to the next one.
Yeah, I can't hear a 5-year-old song for me, an 8-year-old song for me, and be like, okay, now I'm gonna put this second verse on it, and now I'm gonna put it out. Yeah. I'm like, my mind done changed. I done learned more stuff, and been through more stuff. Okay, so all right. So all right. Before we wrap it up, I like to ask my guests. Okay, for the youth out there, is there a message you would like to lead the youth out there? Anything you would like to lead them? Any knowledge?
Oh man, just whatever kind of knowledge the older generation is trying to give you. Don't shrug it off. You know what I'm saying? Take that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't use it right then and there, but whatever kind of knowledge the older generation is trying to give you, remember we've been through what you're going through already. So why wouldn't you take that advice or take that knowledge if it's not bad advice? Because me, myself, be smooth. I'm gonna always give you good advice. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And my main advice to anybody that's trying to do something, whether it's music, whether you're trying to open up your own business, because I've even had my own po' bar shop back in Mall City, and that was good. You know, because I made it mine. The main thing is you have to make it yours. You know, anything that you're trying to do, you study it, you research it. Don't just jump into it not knowing what you're getting into. Make sure you make it yours. Learn about it and make it yours.
Okay.
You know, that's my advice.
Okay, that's what's up.
You know, coming from your boy, be smooth.
Be smooth, man.